Doncic kicks to Jackson. And Barea has it in the corner. Back to Jackson. Fires the three. Out to Porzingis. Pass to Doncic. Just 5 to shoot. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. For schemes like this one with 2 veteran teams, you can see the thought process on the floor. Real chess match between these two.
Yeah, you can never get caught up with the score early in games like this. I mean, both teams are smart, patient. They know what they're doing out there, and they know what they do well during the whole game. I love watching the game with the minds like this, with a little physical play inside, too.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Harden scanning the floor. Doncic with the steal.
Playing a little cornerback there. Anticipates the pass and jumps the route.
Porzingis. Here's Jackson. The shot, no good. Good D by Westbrook. And Fareed kicks to Westbrook. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Doncic. Dallas again turning it over. So here's Westbrook. Finished off by Westbrook.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
And that was an unleashed chaos replay, courtesy of Under Armour, wreaking havoc at the rim. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And Russell Westbrook, he is a standard bearer for the Jordan brand with his own signature shoe, Greg. Few players have ever been as competitive as Michael Jordan, but you think Westbrook may be in that conversation?
No doubt about it. The similarities don't end there. The surreal athleticism, the will to dominate, and that fight, finding grudges to motivate them to their highest level. I think there's a kinship in how MJ and Russ approach the game.
Rivers, he's checked in for the Rockets. Hardaway's checked in for the Mavericks.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one at the line is good. We have a look at the Rockets organization, Chris. One of the best run teams people think in this league.
Oh, well, definitely. I mean, over a decade of winning basketball, they find ways to win, and they won't be satisfied till they win it all.
Also Westbrook in for Rivers.
And you think about Mike D'Antoni, the modern-day godfather of pace and space. We saw this with his teams back in Phoenix, Houston. Actually, middle of the pack in pace of play, but they certainly look to space the floor, though, shooting more threes than twos.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Now, here's Doncic. Over in the quarter, Porzingis. Plenty of room to knock down the shots. And talk about Houston slowing down a bit from D'Antoni's usual running gun style.
Oh, yeah, they want to give Harden one of the best shooters and passers in the game in a mismatch and let him pick his man apart. D'Antoni showing more flexibility with his system than perhaps you give him credit for.
Here is Harden following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. 4 on the clock. Here's Capella. And it's off the back rim. No good. The Mavericks trailing. Doncic kicks to Porzingis, lets it fly from 18. Here's Hardaway, and Capella sends it back.
And you can't throw up weak stuff around Capella. He takes pride in sending shots back.
Offensive rebound, Green. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
And they pick up 2. Doncic has got his second bucket tonight.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting calls, and for good reason.
Well, yeah, he's a guy who can carry you for stretches, long stretches in this game. You want to get him involved early and often.
And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
Good on the second free throw.
You know, there's one award that Harden has won. I think we can pretty much say for sure he'll never win again. And that's Sixth Man of the Year. It's hard to believe there was ever a time this man wasn't a star.
That puts them in the lead. Porzingis has got 5 points so far.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Gordon. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
I'd love to hear his explanation of Coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
With the shot. And it's Dallas with another.
They lean on him for a big portion of their scoring, with a good reason.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Mavericks lead by 3. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. A unique upbringing for Clint Capella. Spent years in a welfare orphanage in Switzerland. He said he never imagined he'd come this far.
Even as a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about that far.
Just an inspiring story, Greg. It gives you perspective on why you should be grateful for everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capella's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
And through that first period, for me, their work on the glass has been the difference.
Well, it means extra possessions, and that's certainly reflected in the score right now.
They've got Clint Capella, Harden out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Green, and it's Fareed in a power forward position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Now here's Porzingis. He's got 7. Porzingis is double. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Every year there seem to be a few rookies, C-Web, who immediately show that they should have been drafted a lot higher. Why is there the difficulty in placing these guys where they should be drafted? Why are evaluations sometimes wrong?
Evaluations, they can be so iffy because of the team skill set. I tell a lot of players when they come into the NBA, don't be frustrated after your first year or second year if you haven't played the way that you want. In order to be a great basketball player, you have to have a great situation. A team that needs you to do certain things at certain times that you can do for them. And so I think why evaluating is so hard is because you're evaluating the player and then evaluating the unknown, how they fit in with these different pieces that have already been established for your team. And that's kind of the wild card. You can know if a guy can shoot, dribble, and pass, but how does it work with the other players on the team? And so there's some GMs that have missed out on a lot of great talent, but you can't beat them all up because there's so many moving parts into this evaluation that usually it's easier to get it wrong than right.
No good on the free throw. And the Mavericks making a change here. Barea checked in. And the second free throw, good. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Houston, trailing by 5. Harden dishes to Capella. And some nice passing there by Houston. And Green with the basket on the assist by Westbrook.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to right, stolen by Fareed. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Harden's got the ball. Count it. Harden's got 5 now.
And Harden is the last guy the D wants to see get loose on the break. I mean, so talented at finishing off of these opportunities.
And the Mavericks call time here. Houston with a big group substitution here. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Reed. Gordon comes in for Green. Amon Shumpert's checked in for James Harden. And it's Austin Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. Jackson, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Doncic is subbed in for Wright. Now here's Shumpert. After Luka Doncic's miss, Tucker can't get it to go.
And the 6'11" Clint Capella, just a phenomenal athlete. The mobility at that center spot is something really so crucial in today's game, where every team is looking to expose big men on the perimeter.
Here's Rivers after Luka Doncic's bucket.
Oh, it's a confidence shaker when you can't hit a wide open three like that.
Releases. Misses off the left iron. Rockets trail by 3. And Capella grew up in Switzerland playing soccer. A striker. Part of why he's so quick on his feet.
I mean, reminiscent of another soccer-playing center in Rockets history, the great Hall of Famer Hakeem Olajuwon. Capella, you know, he's a long way from that, but anchoring a 60-win team at age 23, that's one heck of a start.
And that's a foul called on J.J. Barea. That is his first foul of the game. Houston with a big group substitution here. Fareed's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Gerald Green comes in for Eric Gordon. James Harden, he's checked in for Shumpert. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Austin Rivers. Mavericks leading by 6. Barea with a wide open look. Another 3 for Dallas.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
You better watch it. He doesn't want to pick up a third foul before halftime.
James Harden, the league leader in free throws made for 5 of the last 6 seasons, and he came in a close second that other season.
Yeah, I mean, about a third of his points come at the line. He's made an art of creating contact. You really think about it. Some would even say tricking the officials from time to time.
And Luka Doncic, not the top pick in the draft this past June, but one of the more exciting names out of this rookie class.
Dallas made a point to trade up and draft him. Doncic not playing in the summer league, as he has had a hefty workload in Europe before the draft. Still came away with Euro MVP honors, and at his age, that is incredible.
Good for another basket for him. Number 4 today. He's 4 of 8.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Westbrook, no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
And here is Doncic. And it's, yeah, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
Yeah, clock.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They were unable to ever build a big lead in the first period, with 3 points being their largest cushion. They played a determined brand of basketball in the second quarter and began to pull away as we reached the half. That 11-point lead must be looking good to them right now. Shaq, what's your...
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks.
Day turning tonight here in the Southwest. We're in Houston. Welcome back, everyone. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, and then it wasn't all dunks. I mean, they were squaring up with confidence, and that became contagious.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Doncic, and there's J.J. Barea, and it's Brunson in at the point. And the Mavericks call time here. When you were playing on the road, obviously the fans would yell things and, try to get under your skin. C-Web, do you remember any instance when it really bothered you and took effect?
Maybe when I would go home and play for the Pistons, I'd see some fan in the green and white, and maybe Steve Smith, my partner, paid him to be there. But, the Michigan State fans, the gold blue or that type of thing. Or in Ohio, it's very funny, in Ohio, if they want to boo, if they want to get the crowd pumped up, all they do is put a big Michigan M up there, and the crowd will go crazy and boo. So Ohio, usually my people in Ohio State, to Cleveland, they always, had something to say. No, but it was more like, you suck, Ohio State is the best, Michigan State, you should have come here, that type of stuff. And you kind of look back, give a guy a wink, knock it down a jump shot, and put your fingers to your lips and just say, shh, you don't want to get me upset. Let sleeping dogs lie.
That's great.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
No one covering. Barea has got his third bucket of the night.
I mean, if you're looking to get back into this game, you have to get tougher defensively.
Green finds Westbrook. Back to Green. To the inside. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Capella.
How's that for a start? Good on all 3 attempts so far in the second half.
Doncic, no good. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. Here's Green. Feeds to Westbrook. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Westbrook's got 9.
They've been very sharp to start the half. Perfect 4 for 4 from the field.
Pass to Doncic. Outside for Barea. Plenty of space. No good off the front iron.
He's got to be wondering, how did he miss that? I mean, he had all the space in the world.
Harden the pass to Green. Kicks it out to Harden. Shot clock at 6. Houston needs to get a shot. For Reed, no good.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Then for the Mavericks, Powell, he's checked in for Measuring. Hardaway comes in for J.J. Barea. And it's Wright in for Doncic. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
Hey fans who want a free t-shirt, make some noise!
Houston making a switch. Hartenstein's checked in. Dallas making a switch here. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. 10 points for him.
He does all the little things. I mean, he does the big things. I mean, he's got them in front with another outstanding performance.
Tucker can't get it to go. Mavericks leading by 8. There's the pass to Porzingis. He feeds it to Hardaway. In the corner, right with it. There's the 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So Houston will take it the other way. Rivers finds Tucker. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
There's 45 seconds left to play here in the third. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Well, you have to review your matchups, make sure you're maximizing the potential of each one.
First one falls for him. No good on the second free throw. Rockets trail by 7.
And 2 for 1. That's what they'd like to get right now.
Yeah, this could come down to the correct play call. Let's see what they do right here.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. So the wing on the left. This one for 3. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Westbrook. Mavericks with the rebound. Now here's Wright. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Oh, yeah, up by double digits. They're trying to keep the momentum, keep the foot on the net. That's his focus right now.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Mavericks on top. They lead by 12. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter, right? And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Russell Westbrook. Kenneth Faried is out there with Green. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Harden in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Porzingis can't hit. Rockets trail by 12. Houston moving it around. Now, Wright. To the wing on the left. Passes to Powell. Now here's Porzingis. And it's Kenneth Faried with the foul. That's his first foul. Ramon Shumpert is checked in for Gerald Green. And the Mavericks making a change here. Dallas calls timeout. Well, Chris, Clint Capella had a schedule in his development. You know, credit his tremendous work ethic. You see it, Chris, in his passing, his finishing, and certainly at the free throw line.
No, his second season, I mean, he shot below 38% at the line. I mean, among players with 150 or more attempts, that was the 5th worst percentage in NBA history. But he's made tremendous strides there, and that's freed him to be more aggressive offensively. Not worried about getting fouled.
Dallas making a switch here. Doncic is checked in, and let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He wanted his guys to stay intense. He said, if any of you think this game's over, you're wrong, and you can sit next to me. We've still got a lot of work to do. No let-ups at the defensive end of the floor. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, thanks. Ring shot on the way. Dallas, no good that time either. Rockets trail by 12. And a deep 3 from Harden. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Harden's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Rockets. Westbrook against Barea. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 7 rebounds in the game. Plenty of daylight on that shot. And that's 13 points for James Harden.
The unique lefty stroke of Harden. He's become incredibly consistent from deep.
Dallas leading by 6. Porzingis with the ball and guarded by Capella. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Houston. Austin Rivers comes in for Russell Westbrook. Now, here's Doncic. He's guarded by Rivers. Barea kicks to Porzingis. Clock at 6. Dallas needs to get off a shot. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
And love how much Doncic believes in himself. It shows when he shoots off the pass like that.
Harden missing again.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Outside, Porzingis. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And it's Kenneth Faried with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Russell Westbrook in for the Rockets. Now, here's Doncic. He's covered by Westbrook. Stolen by Fareed. Shoots the three. Porzingis with the rebound. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Fareed dishes to Harden. Kicks to Green. In the corner, Harden shoots over Doncic. Another miss by Houston.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
I'd love to hear his explanation of coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
A nice shot by Barea.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't care how good you are. It's tough to succeed in a hostile environment. They're doing it in style.
Doncic passes to Barea. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And the Mavericks lead by 13. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Launches the three. They get it again. Pass to Barea. Tries again. Another miss by Barea.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Well, I like the decision making, though. I mean, that's a shot you want to keep taking.
Stolen by Jackson.
Shooting for Dallas, Justin Jackson. At the line for two.
And the first one drops. Both shots good from the stripe. Now a timeout called by Houston. They're trailing by 15. 1 second left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
And this is what happens when you dig yourself a hole. It's hard to climb out of.
They can only blame themselves. A few missed opportunities, some miscues that they'd like to have back. It all adds up.
Presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kristaps Porzingis.
And the D tried to get physical with him down low tonight, and it really backfired. Instead, he's just torn them up. He was aggressive, inviting the contact, and really just taking it straight to him.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win, and in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. KP, you guys.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks.